Hey guys, welcome to the J Squared Horror Podcast. I'm Josh.
And I'm Jake.
And on today's episode, we are going to be talking about...
our feelings on Halloween Ends.
Ooh, what an exciting idea for an episode.
Yeah, just some ideas of things we want to see, don't want to see, how we think it may end, you know.
Yeah, how it'll probably go.
Yeah, everything that you guys are probably thinking too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as always, before we begin, just want to say, don't forget to check us out on YouTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Pretty please.
You also check us out on Spotify. We also have an Instagram, J Squared Horror Podcast.
Yep.
The link tree is in the bio. We do release new episodes every Thursday.
Every single Thursday. All right. So how do you want to start this? Do you want to go straight out the gate what we want, what we don't want, or what we think?
Let's start what we think.
What we think.
Yeah.
Okay, so based off of 2018 kills and what we expect. Me personally, Halloween, you know, everybody knows this by now. It's above my head. It's on my arm. I talk about it all year round. The original 1978 Halloween is almost a perfect movie.
Okay.
And then 2018 came out. I was very impressed with that.
Yeah, it was good.
Then Kills came out, and originally we weren't too stoked. Kind of went back, watched it. Not too horrible, not everything we wanted.
Yeah.
So that leaves a lot up to the imagination on what the fuck could possibly happen in Halloween Ends.
Yeah.
Now, we were doing some YouTubing ourselves, and we saw that the running title, which is like the unofficial title, is Cave Dweller?
Yeah, something like that.
Ooh.
Which I hate.
Based off of that, I am not too stoked on where this franchise and the new direction is going, because that means that they're going to try to say that there's some underground cave system that nobody in Haddonfield has ever heard about.
Yeah.
That Michael Myers is able to get around the way he does, hide, and survive, because Halloween Ends will be 4 years after what took place in Kills.
Yeah, so first of all, 4 years is a very long time to hide.
So it's 2022. That was like 18, right?
Yeah, and he's an adult man, so he probably have a beard. He's 4 years of not shaving.
Yeah.
He'll have a beard, some hair on the sides growing out.
Of the mask?
Yeah, he'll be like some wild man. But I feel like in these movies, they take different things from all the movies across the franchise.
Yes.
So I guess maybe it could be something where somebody found him and they housed him for 4 years.
Because that was in... Was that 5?
I think it's in the Curse of Michael Myers.
6?
One of those terrible sequels.
One of the not so great sequels.
Yeah, I think 4 is...
4 is Return, where Laurie Strode's dead.
Mm-hmm.
She got in a car accident. It's got baby Danielle Harris as his niece.
Yeah.
And she somehow has a connection with him and then kills her mom.
She didn't kill her. She attempted to kill her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's not dead.
Okay. So yeah, it's got to be 6.
Yeah, what is it? Return...
It's
Curse and something else?
Yeah, I think. I don't know.
Okay.
I wasn't, I'm a big fan of the original.
Yeah.
Very big fan of the second one.
So
We've gone back and forth on 3.
So not a fan of the franchise.
Not per se, which sucks to say, because I always like it always comes across as like, I'm a big Michael Myers fan. I love Halloween. But really, those movies are kind of garbage.
Yeah, they are garbage.
So... You're thinking somebody took him in because they didn't realize that he was Michael Myers. He just looks like some old beat up dude with a couple of missing fingers, a bunch of burns, a couple bullet holes, stab in the back of the head.
Yeah, I feel like the good Samaritan thing to do in good old Haddonfield would be, you see some dude just beat your shit, let me help him out.
Doesn't everybody in Haddonfield know what just happened?
I mean...
Well, I guess the people that beat him up were all dead, so it's not like they can go around saying they beat him up.
Pretty much almost the entire town of Haddonfield was there.
Well, yeah, the main, I think those couple of streets, are the people that really knew about Michael Myers from the history. Because even the young couple that was there. They had just heard about it. Oh yeah, I think I remember Laurie Strode. Oh yeah, I think I remember Michael Myers. They weren't like
we know the story.
Yeah, they weren't like the people that were there every Halloween reminiscing it.
Yeah.
So I think that could actually, your theory could actually, or what you think they're going to do could potentially work, because say he wanders, none of us know exactly the size of Haddonfield, but you just happen upon the right couple.
Yeah,
might just take you in.
Yeah. Also, so the next thing I think is going to happen, Laurie Strode dead
for sure. Laurie Strode has to die.
Yeah.
The actress Jamie Lee Curtis is getting up there. I think probably surprised all of us in the fact that she has come back as Laurie Strode.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people were shocked when she did it in H2O, which was only 20 years.
Yeah.
This is 40 plus.
Yeah.
And as horror fans, as Halloween fans, we love it that she's still around, that she's still willing, that she's still so excited to do it. But ultimately, you have to hang the cleats up. And the only way to hang the cleats up properly is for Michael Myers to kill you.
Or for her to kill Michael Myers.
Yeah.
I mean, that also ends the franchise.
If it's like quid pro quo, like death for death, I guess like that would be.
I don't like that.
Okay. Right? You don't like that? If they both die?
No.
Why?
There's no winner.
Exactly. It's got to piss you off.
No, I need a winner. I don't care about the whole dying for the greater good and all that other bullshit. No. Just one of them dies. But I feel like it's going to be Laurie Strode.
It's called Halloween Ends.
Yeah.
But Halloween wouldn't end just because of Jamie Lee Curtis. It would only end with the death of Michael Myers. Because Laurie Strode's just a bystander.
Yeah, these titles don't mean anything to me. Okay, 2018 Halloween kill. Okay, kills what?
Bunch of people.
Okay, Halloween 2018, then what?
Happened on Halloween.
Okay. Yeah.
See, so far, the titles, perfect title.
The titles don't mean anything. So yeah, Halloween ends, but it doesn't say who for. It could end for Jamie Lee Curtis, for Laurie Strode.
Yeah, that's true.
It could end for Michael Myers.
So my question is it going to be 4 years later on Halloween? Like the date?
Yeah.
It has to be, right?
Any other day, he is a non-factor. He can't hang out like...
Yeah, has he ever made it?
Like November 3rd. He just pops up.
What's up, guys? Mike. I know you guys usually know me from the 31st, but...
Yeah. I'm running a little late here. I was in a cave for 4 years.
Yeah,
so
I was eating some dogs.
I lost track of time.
All right, so... let's do what we hope.
Okay. What I hope is...
Yeah, you go first.
A few things. One, bring back Dr. Loomis.
Okay. We talked about this briefly before, but okay.
He's retired at this point, and he hears the news...
How old would he be?
In his 90s? Still possible. People would be well over 100 years old, but he's in his 90s.
Mm-hmm.
He's retired. Here's the news. I'm not saying make him a character that goes after Michael Myers or anything.
Yeah.
But, make him still...
Just put him in the movie.
If you're going to end the franchise that started with Michael Myers, Laurie Strode, and Dr. Loomis, throw him in there. You brought back Ruth Chambers.
Yeah. She's still... That actress is still around.
Yeah, okay, well, just like in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you can bring back a character.
We're not going there.
Because the actor's not alive still, but bring Dr. Loomis back. Mm-hmm. I also would like to see, obviously, the end of Michael Myers.
Okay.
I feel like the franchise has gone on long enough, and it's okay to end a franchise.
That's hard for me to hear.
Why is that?
Don't you want more Friday the 13th for the rest of your life?
If there was a movie that had a definitive end to Jason, I'm cool with that.
No way.
Yeah, I am. As long as it makes sense. But the difference is Jason's already dead.
Yeah.
So now he's the undead at this point. Well, I guess you got to take into account 2009. But if you don't, he's the undead. And you can't kill the undead.
Okay.
He's coming back.
You'd want Dr. Loomis back, Michael to die, Laurie Strode to die.
Well, honestly want her to die. That's what I think is going to happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, is Loomis the only one that lives?
Loomis lives.
Loomis lives and then dies of natural causes.
Laurie Strode can live.
Mm-hmm. As long as Michael dies.
I need Michael to die.
So you ultimately need Michael to die.
Yeah. Also, I need more Sheriff Hawkins.
Yeah.
Or Deputy Hawkins, whoever he is.
Deputy.
Hawkins. And the sheriff here with the cowboy hat.
Yeah, dude.
You need more of him. He's just his aesthetic is like, Daddy's about to fuck some shit up.
But he doesn't. He doesn't.
He also loses his hat in Halloween Kills.
I know. He's sitting on the stairs like, oh, man. He thought he was upset about the dude eating himself out the window. No, he lost his cowboy hat.
Damn, I should have tossed that hat. I knew I shouldn't have. Yeah, so I need more Hawkins. I need more him. I also would like to see some type of vengeance for the characters that we've lost so far. Also, I can't remember the lady's name. Lindsay? Is that her name?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the lady from the original, one of the legacy characters, came back for Halloween Kills.
Yeah.
I need more of her.
Isn't she confirmed? Because she didn't die in that.
Yeah, but she's in the movie, but I need like more of her.
Yeah.
Just like Sheriff Brackett, it was confirmed he was going to be in Halloween Kills. He wasn't in it that much. He died. I need her to be like a relevant character.
Who died?
Sheriff Brackett.
Oh, yeah. At the end of the movie.
Yeah.
But he was like a hospital cop.
Yeah, but he was still a legacy character that they brought back.
Yeah. He did get killed. Would you want her to die, Lindsay?
No. You already lost Brackett. You lost Tommy.
Got too many people living in this. I don't like it.
That's 3 people.
What, was the whole movie just going to be about them beating Michael Myers?
No. So I said more Sheriff Hawkins or more Deputy Hawkins. More of the sheriff. Not they have to live. There's more of them.
Yeah.
I need Laurie to live. I need Lindsay to live.
No, I don't need Lindsay to live.
Why not?
Nah. I don't care about her. It doesn't matter to me.
She's a legacy character for 1978.
Everybody can die. Laurie Strode can die. I don't care. As long as my boy Mike somehow makes it.
So you want more of these movies then?
Yeah, forever. Forever and always.
Nah, it gets drawn out after a while. Okay, so what's something...
I really don't care.
What's what you want to see happen? So you don't care?
That it gets drawn out?
Yeah. So
no.
So let me hear this. So you don't want quality movies. You just want movies.
Yeah, not for Halloween.
Yeah, that's a terrible idea.
Okay.
Terrible.
Yeah, no. So, I love seeing Michael Myers on screen, man. I do.
Okay, then
and I'm just lucky. Us Halloween fans are very lucky.
This next movie, what, the 13th movie in the franchise?
13.
Yeah, so just watch the 12.
How cool would that be if we ended on 13 and yours is called Friday the 13th and yours doesn't end on 13?
That's fine.
I thought it was cool, but
so if I, which I haven't seen a movie in a while, new Friday the 13th, what I do, I just watch the good ones that they're already out.
Yeah, I know you've gone on those tangents before, but
yeah,
for somebody that's so lucky like us Halloween fans, like I think it'd be cool. I guess,
dude,
you know what? You're right. No,
dude, because you've agreed. In this, the movies in the franchise, if you compare the two,
yeah. No, in this...
Yeah, better franchise.
In this, in particular, this storyline, like, ultimately, you have to see the finality. And the only way to end it, in my opinion, is to kill the unkillable. He's never died. So it'll be interesting and probably lame on how they decide to go about it.
Chop his head off.
They did. Or they thought they did. But then they were like, nope, we want more money.
Yeah,
he's back.
It was a paramedic.
Yeah. He changed the entire outfit. He matched
had the same movements as Michael
Myers. Ultimately, yeah. What I would want would be an explanation for Michael Myers and his appearing to be unbeatable.
Why?
And then, I don't know. I just think it'd be cool.
To explain why?
Yeah, if there is an explanation, you know.
Well, there always is.
Freddy Krueger has one. Jason Voorhees technically kind of has one because he has died, but then he got electrocuted, came back to life, so he's harder to beat.
That's self-explanatory.
I know, but we don't have that.
We don't need it.
You think that? I want it. As a Halloween fan, as a Michael Myers fan, I would kind of like to know why he is this boy who is now grown into an old man, has been through what? I want to know how he's been able to survive what he's been able to.
Okay.
Because in Halloween Kills, he's band-aiding him, like he's bandaging himself.
Yeah, like a regular person
Exactly,
would do.
but then at the end of the movie, he takes an ass whooping from hell plus a knife in some gnarly area and just gets up and starts killing people again. You know?
You told me it was just in the shoulder blade.
It was. I mean, I'm just saying he took a bunch of pretty lethal blows.
Okay.
And then ultimately just got up like nothing had happened, and then continued on his rampage and was able to sneak around the block and kill Karen.
Go ahead. I'll circle back to that because I had a question. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I want somewhat of an explanation for how Michael Myers does what he does. Even if it's just like, yeah, this guy just had like crazy superhuman strength. But like, all right, cool. They finally said it in this way.
Okay.
I guess. Laurie Strode has to die.
Okay.
Has to die. Everybody else has to die. I don't want anybody else from 78 alive. No one else from 78 alive. I want it to be done.
The movie you love so much from the franchise.
Yeah, you're right. It's time.
You want them all dead.
It's time. It's time for new blood.
Okay.
And if they do some type of spinoff with
you have new blood.
The daughter,
Yeah.
I'm about it.
Okay.
Maybe she becomes like a little Danielle Harris murdering bitch. I don't know.
Okay. I hope not, but go ahead.
I wouldn't mind. Just to continue on. But yeah, ultimately I think that I would want Mike to be explained but also killed. Because the only way to kill him would be to explain like that he is just normal. So then you're like, yeah, I'll just chop off his head, or his ideas of defeating Michael Myers. The final death has to be Laurie Strode. Like whether she succumbed by injuries and just looks at her granddaughter and is like, I finally did it. I'd be okay with that. Laurie Strode going out like the boss she was would be completely okay with me, and the granddaughter almost getting the torch for any potential future endeavors.
Okay.
But if Michael Myers dies, then like there's really no point to continue. But hey, whatever.
True.
That's what I would want.
Okay. That's it?
Yeah, that's ultimately what I would want. Yeah.
Question for you.
What's up, bud?
So when it comes to why Michael Myers is who he is, why he can survive so much.
Yep.
What is a good reason you feel like they can give?
I don't know if this is going to be a good reason.
Okay.
But it's that post I found earlier online.
Oh, with the mask thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you want me to go ahead and go into it?
Please.
All right. Hear me out, guys. I'm just going to read it.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm just going to read it.
Yeah, read it.
All right. So it says, Michael Myers was taken from the asylum as a child for experiments with the Silver Shamrock Corporation, run by the Thorn Cult of Droids. However, with his lack of emotion, the mask did not respond as expected. Instead of dying, he became a killing machine. Second in control of the cult is the High Priest Loomis, who was chosen to track down and kill their failed project under the identity of his psychiatrist. So I've had all day to let this mull in my brain, to let it sulk in between my ears.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I kind of like it.
Why?
It gives it may not be an explainable explanation.
Explainable explanation.
I'm okay with that because they went from Halloween 2018, and then in Kills they brought back the masks from Halloween 3, which is like a little paid homage, which is, that could be enough. But you know what? I'm asking for more, guys. Michael Myers. All right, so here's my thought process off of that post.
Okay.
All right, Michael Myers killed his sister because he is ultimately crazy. All right, gets locked up. Then they grab him for experimenting. They play it off as like, we're going to try to fix him, kind of like Shutter Island. Right? Great movie. And when they realize that because of the way his brain is, he won't die from the Silver Shamrock masks, but instead of him just becoming the ultimate killing machine by the mask failing, I don't know if I like that per se, but I think they turn Michael Myers into an android, a robot, which is why he can't die. That's why he hasn't been beaten. Because he is like the ultimate Silver Shamrock robot.
Okay.
And that's why he constantly has to put on the mask, because like you might see like some robotics. That's why he like constantly does it. It's like a comfort for his robot self.
Okay.
And that's why he's able to take these beatings, take these burnings, do all this stuff, and then it'll tie in the Silver Shamrock. It'll tie in Halloween. Michael Myers isn't a human; he's an evil robot. Which, as I'm saying it sounds stupid, but I would actually like it more than some of the other ways I think it could go.
So you had me until you said android.
I know.
And also the fact that Michael Myers, prior to Halloween 2018, hadn't worn a mask for 40 years.
But he hadn't been getting beaten up or nothing. Like, he hadn't been taking blows. Like, if you get hit a bunch, your robot stuff's going to start
I'm not
showing.
a robot professional, but do robots age?
Maybe the Silver Shamrock ones do. Maybe they're so advanced that they can age.
Do robots bleed?
Green stuff.
Okay. In short, he's not a robot.
He's not a robot. I didn't say I was right.
No. It's not even your opinion. It's what you read.
Well, I mean, I read, but they didn't say the android part. They just said that the mask made him.
Oh, so you were
ultimate. I improv that whole thing.
Okay, well, the android part's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. It would explain how he's so undefeatable. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for any Halloween fans out there for saying that.
So the only thing I can think of to explain why Michael Myers is who he is, I can't remember the name of the disorder, but it's some type of nerve disorder where you can't feel pain. Maybe
it could just be as simple as that.
Maybe he had that, or, and this may be news to all you guys, maybe it's just a fucking plot hole that they never explain why he never dies.
It's just an easy cop out,
and there's no reason behind it, and he will just die in Halloween Ends.
Which is ultimately what will happen. But that's not even fun to say. Like that's just stupid.
I'm not here for fun.
You should be.
I'm here to end the franchise. I need it to make sense. If you say it's a
it just drives me crazy though, because it's like your franchise doesn't necessarry make sense.
It does make sense
because of what's happened. You just accept it. So like,
what
if in dude, a corpse that has been rotting in the lake for X amount of years has electricity from a boat hit something and it wakes him up and he's able to be this full functioning unbeatable beast. That doesn't make sense.
Two things. One, you ever heard of Frankenstein?
Yeah, I'm not. It doesn't mean it makes sense. And also, Frankenstein wasn't like taking that kind of beating that he takes.
First of all,
it wasn't moving that fast.
Jason doesn't move that fast.
In Jason Takes Manhattan, he moves very quickly through that boat.
Their backs are turned a lot.
But I'm saying, it's just like when you have your favorite franchise, you let certain shit go. Like everybody does. I do it for Halloween. You do it for Friday the 13th. Like it's just something that all horror fans ultimately do.
No, I completely disagree with that.
No, it's
because
true.
There's nothing about Friday the 13th. I'm like, well, I'll just let it slide because I like the franchise.
You've said it on the mics before. There's like certain aspects of like
no, there are things I can't explain. Like the whole geographical makeup of getting from Crystal Lake to Manhattan.
Yeah.
I get that. But to say he was dead, electricity brought him back to life, and now he's a zombie corpse. Yeah.
But still functioning like a beast. We would have deterioration if you're talking about human flesh and all that kind of stuff. Like there's definitely plot holes.
He does. He gets out of the ground. There's maggots on him.
Yeah, I know. But like ultimately, like if you hit a corpse, like in a zombie movie, sometimes their arm will pop off or their head will pop off. Who is like different things like that because it's rotten flesh and bones.
It's very rare that people are fighting back against Jason Voorhees.
I'm just saying he's taking some like high jumps. His knees would blow out. His little rotten legs would just snap.
Okay, well if that's the case, Michael Myers should have died in part 1.
I know.
He got shot and fell off a roof.
I know. I'm not saying that makes sense. I'm just saying for our franchises, a lot of times we kind of just let certain shit slide. So like I'm okay with letting certain shit slide in Halloween.
Okay.
Because I think that's fandom to an extent.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
So, let me ask you this then.
What's up?
So the whole, let's bypass the mass theory.
Yeah.
If it's the whole Cult of Thorn thing, are you okay with that too?
If it's just just that post?
Yeah.
Without like Android or anything?
Yeah, so it's just the Cult of Thorn, the whole Loomis aspect. You're okay with that. Now, keep in mind, that doesn't negate 1978. That still happened.
Yeah, no,
so it's still that movie in these next three, or last three. You're okay with that?
my drink just decided to chime in.
Nope.
So I think there's an aspect of it that I would change. And it just clicked in my head right now.
Okay.
1978 happened. Mm-hmm. And then they took Michael Myers. So not when he was a boy.
Okay.
Because that kind of doesn't make sense.
What you just said does make sense?
Yeah, ultimately.
Or what the post said doesn't
What the post said.
Okay.
Because, like, all right, so Michael Myers killed his sister, got locked up, escaped in 1978.
Breaks out.
Because he's crazy
and
a killer, he goes and kills the babysitters.
Okay.
Right? He gets caught again.
Okay.
And that's when the Silver Shamrock gets a hold of him.
And then for 40 years, nothing happens.
Sure, it takes a little while.
40 years?
Yeah, the moons had to align with Stonehenge just right. On Halloween night only.
Stonehenge.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You know, it's just like the astrological alignment is always on Halloween night, but this one took a little while.
Took 40 years.
Yeah, and that's why it's only 4 years for the next one. I don't know, dude. Okay. They're probably gonna shit the bed with it, honestly.
Okay.
Because there's big parts I don't really understand either.
Okay. All right. What I'm hoping is it's just one of those things where he's just a man all this time.
So you don't want him to have, maybe, like you said, that mental thing where it's just like you don't feel your nerves, like you're
which still makes him just a man. So
yeah, I mean, it ultimately fits 100%.
I'm okay with that. I don't want any Cult of Thorn.
Okay.
We need to let that die.
You very much hate everything about Halloween 3.
I do.
Yeah.
So now tying that into Michael Myers all of a sudden.
I know. It's a stretch.
It's a cop out.
It is.
2 makes no sense, and 3, it's a terrible idea. Also, if you were to do that, then it makes it more of a way to make it truly now an anthology series.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah. So now you can officially kill off Michael Myers.
Yeah.
And just make it Halloween the Rebirth. Or Halloween the Next Generation or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and just make it different things. You can tie it back into the Silver Shamrock math. That's about it.
Yeah, yeah.
You can tie it into the history of Michael Myers.
Yep.
If you wanted to. But outside of that, there's no reason to reincorporate the mask into it. Just leave it as the fan service you had in Halloween Kill, which is fine with me.
Yeah.
Leave it at that and move on. Yeah.
Now, what if the mask does play a part in it?
There's no way that it can.
I know.
If it were to, I would not be happy. And it's one of those things where once they brought that up, mentally, I would check out.
Yeah. It's not your... It's...
Just then, bring back Tom Atkins, hopefully. Have him play a role.
Yeah.
Maybe he's a retired doctor now.
Yeah.
Who's finally who was able to chase down this whole mask.
He was able to figure out the Loomis connection and all that.
Yeah.
Hey, what if they brought Loomis and him back?
But I think
it'd be better.
I think in my mind it doesn't work because even though it's just 1970 and then 2018, if you bring in Tom Atkins' character as a doctor, you can't bring in Dr. Loomis because they were watching Halloween in Halloween 3.
Yeah, you're right.
So one would literally cancel out the other one.
Yeah, you're right. We can't have all of it unless they just completely say, fuck it, and just do whatever they want.
So even though you say, well, it's not a part of the continuation or whatever, in your mind it is.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen is they're not going to explain anything. A couple people are going to die, and we're all going to be let down.
So my question is, one of the things we've heard a lot about is the whole that tower thing.
Yeah.
What role do you think that tower is going to play? Because they CGI'd it into the 78 flashback.
Mm-hmm.
And now you see it prominent in
that
Halloween
would play
Kills.
into the Halloween 3 theory.
You think so?
It would. Because it would be like that tower would have something to do with the like Stonehenge power almost. Because think about it. It was all like TV screens and like when it made the blue circle in Halloween 3, it was all electronics.
Yeah. So
like they would be broadcasting like that similar like curse almost.
You have to leave out Halloween 3.
Then there's I can't imagine that a radio tower would play into Michael Myers. It just wouldn't make sense. Because if you went that route, wouldn't you have to almost go back to a Halloween 3 type vibe?
No.
What else would explain that he's like a what?
Well, it could be two things. One, I guess playing on the elements of Halloween 3 without the whole mass aspect. It could be just radio frequencies. When he was a kid, maybe it fucked with his head.
Maybe.
That could be.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why he keeps coming back home to Haddonfield.
It draws him there.
Some of that radio tower. Or if we're doing the whole cave dweller route, maybe the route to the cave is under the
radio tower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I hope it's neither one. But
I mean,
it could be both.
You kind of got me dumbstruck over here. I think you did a little more research on the theories than I did. No, I saw one post and I just ran with it.
I literally just thought about that.
Oh, okay.
Like as you were talking.
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of honestly like. I think your idea of him just having that like nerve issue would be like 1,000% okay with me.
Yeah. Like
no supernatural. If they go supernatural, like I don't even know, or like witchcraft, like they tried in Halloween 2 with the mom.
It's okay for
Rob
like
Zombie.
Those 80s movies.
Yeah,
like,
but when you modernize it to this extent, and it's been going on for 40 years,
you can't have that aspect now.
You can't just drop it in now.
No, it has to make sense.
It's going to be poor writing. It's going to be a rushed work.
Yeah, it's got to be something where Dr. Loomis knew he had this
but never mentioned it
or had it, and Sartain
because he did say he said he had man strength at a boy's age, which it would lead right up to your theory of okay, it wasn't just that. Like in 1978, that's all they knew about that at the time.
Yeah.
In Haddonfield, that like small group of people.
Yeah, I think over the course of 40
years, modern advances in science is insanity and medical and all that.
Files can get lost and
burned,
altered and burned. Yeah.
Or like you said, maybe Loomis did figure it out, and Sartain was just like, nobody's gonna find out about this. But Sartain's already dead.
Yeah,
it's like that would be so annoying if that name's even mentioned again.
I hope it's not.
I hate his character.
Yeah, his character sucks.
His character sucks so bad.
Yeah,
he is the least favorite like Loomis-esque character. That's even bad Loomis in the later on Halloweens where he's just like
batshit crazy.
Then you got Rob Zombie's Loomis, which is money hungry Gale Weathers. It's like fuck, why can't we just respect my boy Loomis, man? Because I think like it would be really cool. Like you hate this word, but it would be really, really amazing fan service if they did tie Loomis in one more time in Halloween Ends, whether it's with him or not, whether it's a file that they find or a recording that they find where it's just like Loomis is finally explaining like deep things about Michael Myers, and they go with a realistic route. As much as I would like, it would be fun, I guess, for like the Halloween 3 thing or like maybe the radio tower thing or whatever, but like ultimately like it's been so realistic. So you're going 2018 kills, and that whole line of movies has been very true to realism to an extent other than the end of Halloween Kills, which could easily be explained if they did some research. Like if Laurie Strode's like, I gotta figure this out, like instead of being this like paranoid trap maker, maybe she actually like goes to the sanitarium that he was at, does research, looks through Sartain's files, looks through Loomis's files. Like if they waste 10 minutes on that, I would be so cool with that.
I think it would be okay because
And the daughter could help. The granddaughter could help because she's a very smart, bright girl. She's at the top of her class for a lot of academics. Like
exactly. So
I think, dude, they just like flipped the light switch on for me.
Yeah. So because you use recordings of Loomis in 2018.
Yep.
You had a flashback to him in Halloween Kills.
The final, yeah.
Just include him to end it out.
You have to.
Halloween Ends.
You have to.
You can't have him in 2 to 3 movies.
No, you got to have but you have to have it like epic.
Yeah, so it could be like you said.
It doesn't have to be somebody playing Loomis or Loomis even being alive anymore.
No, it can be just voice recordings.
A tape. Because that guy that...
Or just his files.
Or whoever did the voice in the flash.
Yeah.
I don't even know how they did that, but that shit was amazing.
Or it can be, just...
Or it could be a flashback of him with like a younger Michael Myers, like no face, like sitting in the room or something, like talking to him. Yeah. Like use that same actor and being like, what is wrong with you? You know, like whatever. Like he's just like trying deeply for 40 fucking, or not 40, I guess, but how many ever years he worked with Michael Myers?
I mean, it probably wouldn't be 40 like you said, but it could be
25, 30.
Yeah. And it could be something to where you see Loomis kind of snapping a little bit.
Yeah, like he just can't
and
take it anymore.
Trying to inflict pain and get a reaction out of Michael. And him noticing he has no reaction to pain.
I love it.
Yeah.
Dude.
This is him passing along those notes to Nurse Chambers.
Yep. Oh, dude. Yeah. And it's not going to happen, but my God,
it won't,
that'd be great.
But that process and that train of thought going through, them now finding out about it, Loomis is gone, Sartain takes over, has those files, gets rid of them.
Tries to bury them or hide them, but doesn't actually destroy all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's to the point where now he wants to try it different. He wants to, like he did in the movie,
wanted to
fully embrace him.
Yeah.
Want him to talk, try to go a different route. Backfires, boom.
Yeah.
Now we're at Halloween Ends, where it's like, okay, we need to figure out what's going on.
And the way that ultimately Laurie Strode and maybe the granddaughter are able to defeat Michael Myers is because of Loomis. How fucking dope.
Yeah, that'd be it. But I do want to tie into that Hawkins, since he's also mentioned.
No, Hawkins is getting killed like scene 2.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to try to save Laurie because he's in love with her.
He's not in love with her.
Yeah, he is.
That was a long time ago.
They made it pretty awkward in Halloween Kills.
That was 10 unnecessary minutes of that movie.
It's in there. So I have to account for it.
Yeah, this whole love scene thing is going nowhere. End it.
Hey, he's going to die because of it.
You bring back Hawkins.
Just to kill him.
You bring back Lindsay, Laurie, her granddaughter, the sheriff.
I know you want it, but I really don't think the sheriff's going to be that big of a
role.
He's
probably not.
He probably retired, actually. His badge is probably on the stairs next to where his hat should have been. Well, that heated up quickly at the end there.
Yeah, it did.
Man. I could literally go on for another 3 hours after this last bit of conversation, which sucks because ultimately we are out of time.
Yeah, and also I'm not a director or writer, so I don't know.
That would be good though, man.
But if you guys need any help, just listen to this episode.
Yeah.
On YouTube or Spotify.
Yeah, where we release our new content every single Thursday. And you guys can comment, email us, anything you want. Let us know what you guys think. If you made it this far into the recording, then really, really pay attention to what we just said because it's like the best bit of content we've had. It was true Josh and Jake moments. Yeah. And I'm at a loss for words how honestly great that was. For being a Friday the 13th guy and still respecting my franchise just enough to come up with that crazy good idea. I got so distracted by one post I just kind of got blindsided. Thank you guys so much always for listening in. Big shout out to our supporters and our fans. Lucky Riggs, who does the intro and outro music. It's the same song, but we love his music. Jeff Balance did all of our design work, as you see here on the shirts, the signs, the hat. All of our social media, it's everywhere. Local guy did our shirts for us. We were super stoked on it. We'll get some information for you guys to hopefully get some shirts here soon.
Yeah, and just your second reminder to listen to us and watch on YouTube.
On YouTube, like and subscribe.
And subscribe.
Please.
We're also on Spotify. Check our Instagram page, J Scroll Horror Podcast.
Yep.
Linktree in the bio. New episodes just like this every Thursday.
Every single Thursday. Any other tidbits you want to add?
Actually, yeah.
What's up?
So super, because we're talking about Halloween. Just wanted to mention us going to the convention.
Yeah, went
over
to
the weekend.
Texas Frightmare.
And meeting Dick Warlock.
We got to meet Dick Warlock, who was Michael Myers in episode 2. Yeah. He was also in Season of the Witch. He was also in many. I mean, the guy's rap sheet is as long as anybody's, and he has been a horror icon for many people for many generations. We got to meet him. He asked us about the podcast. I gave him a business card. He was one of the most friendly guys. We'll be posting some pictures here soon with him. It was great. Dick Warlock, if you ever somehow come across our podcast off our conversation, it was an absolute pleasure meeting you.
It really was.
You are one of the coolest guys I've met in horror. I mean, you were the most genuine, awesome person ever. And the fact that you were joking around with two guys who, podcast, and you gave us the time of day. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for listening. I'm Josh.
And I'm Jake.
And you guys have a great week.